With the inevitable amazing success of the Super Mario Bros. Movie, Nintendo and Illumination, they have a golden ticket on their hand, one that they are surely not going to squander. So today I present 5 movies that I want to see next in this Nintendo Cinematic Universe, the NCU, if you will. Introductions out of the way, let's begin. We're gonna make this a numbered list out of 5 because that's just what you do on YouTube. So in the 5 slot, I have Star Fox. Not because I want it or need it, but because it just has to happen. We have to build out the roster. I'm not totally craving a Star Fox film, although if these are all, in my mind, presented by Illumination, they all follow a similar art style, then I want this to be the first one out of the gates that says, okay, we're going a different direction than Mario. We're taking to the sky. We got talking animals. It's crazy. It fits though. We already have a talking ape with Donkey Kong, so we're slowly leading into the animal critter stuff. It might get sloppy with a pick I have down the road, but we'll address that later. For now, I want to see Skippy. I want to see that dumbass Toad flying around needing saving. I gotta have Fox behind the pilot chair doing his thing. Barrel rolling out of danger, blowing stuff up, taking to the skies, taking to the water, taking to the land. I want transforming vehicles. I want some amazing action set pieces in this thing. I want Nintendo to do what they don't do for the Star Fox property and make something good again. Do you remember the good old days when Star Fox was awesome? Way back on the Nintendo 64? Sure, you can say that weird spin-off RPG style game was good. It originally was Dino Planet or something. It wasn't even a Star Fox game. It did give us Crystal. It did give the furries what they needed in their community. But I need more. I need high-octane adventure. And Nintendo and Illumination can do it. In the number 4 spot, we got Samus Aran. We got Metroid. This is going to be a darker, sinister film, taking place in the cold reaches of outer space, traversing different planets. Samus Aran, naturally voiced by the beautiful, sultry, silky smooth voice of Scarlett Johansson. It has to happen. It has to happen. I also wouldn't mind if they modeled the character off of her either, but that's for another video altogether. In this, I want to see Samus alien style, going around icy terrain, going through a volcanic area, taking on some of her greatest foes. You know Ridley's in the mix, but he's not going to show himself right away. He's going to skulk in the distance. Ominously in the shadows, in the distance, waiting to strike. This is going to be a character that's going to get teased several times before the big reveal towards the final fight, which is going to be with Mother Brain. So she's going to have two opponents to take out at once. Her blaster's gonna keep getting upgrades as this thing goes. From a little pea shooter to a transforming behemoth. It's gonna be epic! And the last and final thing that we are all craving more than anything else in Hollywood is a good old-fashioned strong female lead. And quite frankly, it's about time. Let me Bob Ross this bitch. Get my canvas, get my paintbrush, and draw you something up really quick. Samus Aran. Weathered, disheveled, half her armor's gone, zero suit teasing underneath. Again, in that Samus figure. What is wrong with me today? Knelt down, blood dripping, Illumination art style, so little cutesy still, I guess, but we can try to adult it a little bit more. Volcano on the horizon, blowing its load. Audience is blowing their load too, because this is where the film is going to hit its final crescendo. She starts to rise up, ash sprinkling from the heavens above, singeing her armor. Hair half out of the helmet. She sees Ridley. Come down. Looks over this way. Baby Metroids. Coming towards her. She starts to load the shooter. Music is epic. It's sick. It's sick. She is going nuts. Drops into her ball. Sonics the hell out of there. Jumping in and out of crevasses. Swinging around. It is insanity. It's Metroid. It's the film I want. It has to be made. Music has some opera style stuff going on. I need it now. Inject it right into my veins, Nintendo. In the number 3 spot. We're talking Zelda. We're talking Zelda. And I'm going to get a little controversial here. I'm actually going to pick a lane. I am going to pinpoint the game I want. Some of you are going to drop the mouth. A gap. Aghast. Zelda Wind Waker! I need it! Zelda Wind Waker, baby! Give it to me yesterday. I want to be traveling the high seas. With Link. With the Wind Wand. Opening chests. Hovering on a leaf. The art style fits perfectly with Illumination. It could even do a little bit of the cell shading if it wants to. It has one of the most interesting stories. A princess in disguise. A Hyrule underwater, lost to the ages. And one of the most epic final duels with Ganon, aka Ganondorf, aka one of the coolest villains in video game history, where Link grabs the sword, runs up the fucker, and implants the thing into his head, right into the skull. As Zelda helps up from the sidelines, reflecting light off a shield. It's amazing. It truly is a game for the ages, and it's a game I want to see brought to the big screen. Listen, I know Link's a kid throughout the whole thing. But that just lets it grow, right? That gives us the opportunity to see him grow up as a character. Become a teen. Become a man. But we have to start at ground one. We got to start at Wind Waker. Illumination can have fun with this too, of course. We'll see him go into houses, just break in, start shattering vases, grabbing rupees. It's taking everything and just looting the place, ransacking and getting the hell out of there. We'll have dungeon sections. We will have combat with the Master Sword. Can you imagine him going into the woods? Kills Tingle, naturally. Decaps that guy. Can't stand Tingle. That's a personal thing. We can't put that in a kid's movie, I understand. Axe Tingle, I don't want him in there. Toss him asunder. We're going to have giant octopus boss battles in the film. He's going to take out an octopus while he's on the seas. Okay, a little Pirates of the Caribbean mixed in with my Link adventure. I'm fine with it. Giant birds. Bad guys where he has to use a hook shot. He grabs new weapons as the film progresses. It's a perfect experience for the whole family. Keep it easy, keep it breezy. Hour 30, hour 45, in and out. We have a picture here. I wanna be the very best that no one ever was. Pokemon movie. It has to happen. And no, not Detective Pikachu. Are you out of your fucking mind with that? It's trash! People just pretend to like it because they love Pokemon. And I know there's a bunch of animated Pokemon movies, okay? Mid at best. I said it. I stand by it. And I saw some of them in theaters. Day fun. What I want is an Illumination Pokemon movie. No, I don't want them farting on each other and then, swallowing the farts and throwing up, and then another one throws up from the throw up. No, I don't want juvenile humor, okay? But I want the Squirtle Squad. I want cute Charmander. I want an amazing relationship with two best friends traveling the the countryside, Ash Ketchum and Pikachu. Yeah, I know they retired Ash Ketchum. I'm taking him out of retirement already. Dusting off the cap. Is he a dumbass? Yeah, of course. Has he not grown really at all over the course of 20 or so seasons? Absolutely. We're taking him back to square one. We're going to rebuild this character the right way. Because the pieces are all there. Young kid, rebellious, wants to make a life of his own at the age of like 10 or 11. The time that you leave home, of course. Gets his first Pokemon, has this amazing bond with Pikachu. I mean, really the movie should be the rise of Ketchum and Pikachu as they start their journey and head to the Master League. Do we end with the Master League? I don't even know if we go there. I think it's premature. If we're building a franchise, let's build it properly. Master League, that's the be-all end-all, right? Becoming an Elite Four? That's the end game. We don't start at the end game, we stop there. So we start with just a simple buddy road trip adventure between these two heroes. Yeah, we bring Misty in, of course, voiced by Scarlett Johansson. We bring in Brock. Seriously, Misty's voiced by like Anna Kendricks or something. We keep it familiar and annoying enough to work. Anna Kendrick's fine, but she can play that role. Brock, we gotta go with like John Cena or someone. Brock is the man, so we get a man to play him. Nurse Joy's obviously in the film. Officer Jenny's obviously in the film. We got a formula. We got to stick with what works. Team Rocket, you better believe Team Rocket's there. We have all the pieces, people. This is a slam dunk of a film. Ash Ketchum and Pikachu on their journey. He runs into the Squirtle Squad. He gets a Charmander. Maybe sees an epic Pokemon. I don't want Mewtwo in this thing. Okay, I'm going to say that right now. Mewtwo's out. He's overplayed. He's not that interesting. And all he does is monologue to no end. I want him out of the thing, okay? You save him maybe later down the road when we get to the Smash Brothers universe. And I guess I blew my load early because we're going to the number one. And that's a Smash Brothers movie. We all knew it was going to be here, right? We all knew this was going to be the end game. We've established some key characters already. We have Mario. We have Donkey Kong from the Mario movie. He's a piggyback character a la Hulk. Yes, Hulk did have his own film, but it's kind of like an ugly stepbrother of the MCU. It's part of it, but is it? Is it? We have two established characters, Donkey Kong. We got Diddy Kong in the mix. You can easily bring in more of these guys. So we have two key ingredients right out of the gates. We have a Metroid film, so we got Samus in there. We got a whole slew of Pokemon with Ash Ketchum, Brock, and Misty all coming together for this one. A nice family reunion. And we got Link. National treasure. Link himself. So we have a picture here, folks. I don't want Master Hand as the villain. We're walking away from Master Hand. The whole child play toy thing that they initially conjured up in the first Smash Brothers for the 64, it works. Nobody cares. We're making a movie now, though. I don't want giant white Mickey Mouse gloves attacking these guys. That's not threatening, no matter how they play it out in the games. No matter what they wrap those gloves in, they're still Mickey. Oh, oh, hi guys. Oh, you're gonna die, motherfucker. No, not happening. The villain's probably a combination of Bowser and Ganon coming together. We save a bigger threat for later down the road. Okay, we don't need to figure that out right now. We're just trying to get through this first phase. We got Ganon, we got Bowser coming together, teaming up. It's going to be bedlam. It's going to be crazy. Dead's rising. We got Koopa Troopas all over this bitch. And you know what else? We're going to introduce Kirby. Kirby's going to fly in on a star. He's going to smash down from another planet. He's going to help these guys out. He doesn't talk because we got to keep him cute. He's borderline a Pokemon already, so it's not a bridge that far away from here. We got to put some cameos in here too. Not going to be big ones. They're just going to be little throwaway shots. Maybe while disaster's happening, we see how it's affecting others around the globe. I don't think we take this universe levels. This is just an Earth problem, or I guess whatever, Mushroom Kingdom is an Earth. So yeah, it's an Earth problem. We maybe see the ice climbers on their way up a mountain peak when some rumblings happen thanks to whatever shenanigans is going on. So they're like, and that's it. One shot of the ice climbers done. Maybe the stupid dog's laughing, and because of what's going on, there's an earthquake, and he falls and dies. and then all the ducks shit on his corpse and fly away. I'd love to see that smug prick. Sorry, that's a personal hang up. We got Star Fox and the crew. We already established that very early on. They're going to be in the mix. It's just such an easy win here. Nintendo really is the Disney of video games. I've said this, many people have said this. It's not hard to see why. Now they already have a theme park at Universal. It's all happening finally. What we saw back in the NES, SNES, 64 days, it's finally coming to fruition. And I'm happy to be here. And those are my picks. There's a lot more we can go with. There's Earthbound, there's Pikmin, there's, I guess more modern stuff would be whatever that Squid game is that people like. Not Squidbillies, that was a show. Squid Kids is nothing. Maybe those Splatoon octopus things come into the later movies. It doesn't matter at that point. We're already making money. We're already having a good time. Those are my picks though. I think we need to start with a nice foundation. This provides us with a lot. And most of it takes place in this fictitious Earth that we've created with pallet towns and orange islands and mushroom kingdoms. So it's all kind of enclosed there with an occasional space ranger flying in and out in the mix. I want to hear from you though. You like this play? You like this setup? Let me know in the comments. Like this video if you had a good time. Please subscribe if you haven't. I post tons of movie reviews each and every week. Love to have you stick around. And with that, I prepare my next Nintendo list for Phase 2, 3, and beyond. Take care. Did I do it? Did I time it out? Can you hear me? And now you can see me. Fantastic. No audio. Audio? Oh, there is audio. Okay. All right. I think we're live. Hopefully I did this right. I have a it's not fresh. I have a cherry Coke I've been nursing for most of the day. Came in a bottle right here. So I've just been kind of rehabilitating it by putting it in some fresh ice cubes. That's where I'm at in life. How are you all? How are you doing? This is a new camera. It still sucks, but it's within my price range. Trying to look at the video angle and stuff. It's okay for the live feed. I should stress, as I always do when I do these now, I have two cameras. I have the streaming camera, which is this one, and then I have the phone, the iPhone, whatever they're on. That's the one that I'm filming from. I have to make sure to hit record when I'm actually recording a video, and the audio is captured from a microphone that's just out of sight, but not out of mind. We have a lot of Star Wars news today. There was a big event, Star Wars 2023 special edition showcase. Rey's back. Ahsoka's got a show coming. Mandalorian's still garbage. We're gonna talk about it. I have a site. I pulled up a site, IGN. I'm gonna basically just kind of like go through some of the stuff that looks titillizing, and then we'll try to do some live videos off of it. Probably, I'm thinking we'll do a Star Wars video that will cover the movies. Then we'll do you know what? It might just be one Star Wars video. There's no need to milk this bitch. And then we'll do the Air review, the new movie that's out that probably only 10 people know about. And then we'll open it up to some Q&A at the end. This should be fun. I'm excited. Let's dive in after I say hello. I have the comments down here. I'm probably the only channel in the world that does live streams standing up because it's stupid. Because, you know, you can sit down and look at the chat right here, but I'm staying, I got the computer way down there, so I have to awkwardly like hunch back over. I could get a standing desk scenario where I have it right here, just out of sight. But I like to move. I like to be spry, get around. You know, when I'm sitting down, you're just boxed in. It's lame. It's lame. Whatever. Let's see what people are saying. We have to honestly have to figure out a standing. If I can just get something to just hold this right here, it would be perfect. Let me look around the room and see what I have without pulling out every single cable known to man. Okay, bear with me. I'm just gonna get a bearing of things. I said bear twice. There's not a lot in this room. It's pretty empty. Let me look in here. I'm gonna look in the closet right next door. Should have had this figured out. Okay, I do have a chair right here. We could set that yonder. I could then finagle the computer this way. Oh, Jesus. Something just came unplugged. I think that was the power cord. I hope that was just the power cord. It seems like all roads are going over here. So I'm going to just thread the needle. I'm going to thread the needle. God, don't fuck me, cords. We are playing with fire right now. Okay, and I can already see a problem because this cord right here, this cord isn't going to reach very far. Hang on. I'm going to grab a sound pad. Wait, this chair goes up. Come on. That chair goes up a little higher than this one, so we're going to use this. Throw that out of the way. I'm going to grab these pads. You're seeing real-time ingenuity. Okay. Oh my God. We are losing everything. Careful. Careful. I really didn't need to do this. Gonna need more firepower. Come on. Get this one. Truly a House of Cards situation. Pins and needles right now. So fucking stupid. Okay. It's like witnessing a live birth. What just happened there? I have a cable in the way now. Come on. Come on. I didn't really gain much by doing this. I'm not going to lie, I didn't gain a lot by doing that. Now I just don't hunch back over. I'm just kind of lurched forward like this. I really need this computer, like right crotch level would be ideal. Crotch level is always ideal. For the sake of this stream and to just get this party started, Pink, we're going to get this party started. Oh, fuck. All right, we're going to start a recording. Now, if you haven't joined one of these before, what happens is I basically say action on myself. I ignore the chat. I spit on my lip because I'm like 4. And then I struggle through a video, which I will then edit the shit out of. I did look up pronunciations on these names. I know there's James Mangold, Dave Filoni, and Charmine Obaid. Oh, fuck. I fucked it up already. Charmine Obaid Chinoy. There's no way I'm getting that out. Charmine Obaid Chinoy. Okay. Okay, I think we can do that. I think we're ready. We're going to start the Star Wars video. Let me hit record on QuickTime. Audio recording. Make sure it's got that Yeti. Hello. Testing. Yeah, that's the right one. That's the golden ticket. Hitting record. Hitting record. And we're live. Now I got to get into video making mode. Let's really ham this one up to begin with. Daisy Ridley's back, baby! Oh, we're having fun with Star Wars again. Let's talk about all the exciting announcements that came out of the 2023 Star Wars celebration. I'm like straight up Khaleesi Grimes there. If you're not familiar, or you're not invited like me, Star Wars has a convention every year where they talk about all the exciting new prospective shows coming out. Like another Mandalorian season that'll probably suck, or an Ahsoka TV series, or a brand new Star Wars trilogy. Or is it? We got 3 different directors, we got 3 different films. Doesn't sound like they're actually connected in any way, shape, or form outside of nostalgia. Okay, that was a good start. I prattled on about whatever. And I think that's a good place to start. We're going to go with these 3 films with James Mangold first, because I love James Mangold. He did Logan. He's doing the new Indiana Jones. And apparently, he's got Star Wars on the way. What does he have? A film that will go back to the dawn of the Jedi. Dave Filoni's film. Oh, wait, that's not... Wait, do we only know that? Is that all we know? Is that it's a film that will go back to the dawn of the Jedi? What the fuck does that mean? God. Okay. Here's what we know about the Mangold film. It's going to go all the way back to the dawn of the Jedi. Okay. That's what we know so far. Moving on. You know, sometimes I will consult with the chat if they have more information that I'm not aware of. If anybody has any more information on the James Mangold, I'm all ears. I only looked at what was announced via the Star Wars website and what IGN had reported on. I don't know if maybe there's like another tidbit of information. I could make some stuff up. Sometimes that's fun. I'm not going to lie to you. That's really nothing at all to go off of. So we're going to do a thing like... I'm not going to lie to you. That's really nothing at all to go off of. So we're going to do a thing here that we like called speculation. It's an important piece of journalism. It's an important piece of... It's an important piece of journalism when you're not a journalist like myself. So what I'm thinking they mean by old... beginning times. We're going to see a Rust Belt bread bowl situation, maybe some Jedi down on their luck, sweeping the streets, cobblestone roads. They have dusters and Newsies type caps, and they also have a little belt for their a little belt. They also have their lightsaber. They also have a little belt with their lightsaber. Fuck. Their belts. And they also have a belt with their pelts on them. And that rhymes, belts and pelts. But there's also a lightsaber. And I would like if Mangold takes the approach of the original George Lucas films, where they fight like geriatric guys that have Alzheimer's, where they're like, vroom, vroom, vroom. That would be exciting. Really take it back to its roots. None of this fantastical flipping around nonsense. All this pageantry can get thrown away. Instead, let's have, oh, you didn't see that coming. How do you like me now? It'd be fantastic. Let's go to the next film. Dave Filoni's film will focus on the New Republic. Oh, okay. Jesus. Okay. Dave Filoni's film is going to focus on the New Republic. Did I fuck that up already? Oh, it is the New Republic. Okay. Dave Filoni's film is going to focus on the New Republic. This is a big deal for someone because Dave Filoni's been in the game for a while. He did some Clone Wars stuff. He's a producer, an executive producer, or something to do with The Mandalorian, the Book of Boba Fett, which was perfect in every way. And then I think he has stuff to do with Ahsoka, which is another thing that we haven't even talked about yet. We'll get there. Yeah, Filoni though, this is his first time directing a film, so this is a pretty big deal for him. So what do we have to go on? Well, oh my God, that's it. That's all the information. Holy fuck. You know there's YouTube channels that are going to spend 45 minutes on just one of these announcements. They're going to have like 30 videos. Each one's going to focus on one of these guys. Oh my God, kill me. So what do we know about Dave's new big movie? Well, we know it's going to focus on the New Republic. And that's about it. That's what we know so far. Let's speculate. God, my hair is so bad. I gotta get a haircut like 3 months ago. What is the New Republic even? Is that the shit that they're setting up in Mandalorian now? New Order? What was the stuff in the sequel movies? First Order, right? First we had the Empire, then we had the First Order, now we have the New Republic. Are they bad guys? Probably, but they're gonna be wolves in sheep's clothing. And Red Riding Hood's gonna walk right up to that door. The question is, does Red Rider have a fucking blaster? Or a saber? Cuts the head off. Catches it. For some reason you have to load blasters now. Cuts through like 35 New Republican guards. And that's what it's gonna be. Moving on. Charmin Obaid Chinoy is the name of the next person. Academy Award and Emmy Award winning director. Charmin Obaid Chinoy. Oh my God. Charmaine Obaid Chinoy. Charmaine. God damn it. Charmaine Obaid Chinoy. Charmaine Obaid Chinoy. Academy and Oscar winning something or another. I can't even say her name correctly. That's how well spoken I am. Academy and Emmy Award winning. Okay. Charmaine Obaid Chinoy. Charmaine Obaid Chinoy. Academy and Emmy Award winning director who's worked on such phenomenal pieces of cinematic achievement, such as Miss Marvel, the Disney Plus show, and probably better things since she's an award-winning person. She's got something in the game. She's got some skin here, and it has to do with a strong female lead named Rey. It's about time. We started this episode talking about Rey. Now we're going to really dive into her. We're going to get all up in that Rey news. We're going to go deep inside Rey's psyche and figure out why. Why is she coming back? Why is Daisy Ridley coming back? Probably because Daisy Ridley can't find work because of the terrible sequel trilogy. But I also think it's because Daisy Ridley is actually pretty freaking awesome as Rey. And I am not being sarcastic for once right now. Listen, let me get real with you for a sec. Okay, if that's okay, I'd like to put my real cap on. I like The Force Awakens. I don't really like it anymore because of what comes after, but I liked The Force Awakens when it hit theaters. I loved it, in fact. I thought, all right, we're back to the good Star Wars again. I don't like the prequels. I know it's cool or something to like them now, either because they're meme worthy or just because a new generation grew up with them. I tried showing my kids them. They can't stand it. And I didn't like sour them going in. I'm like, oh, you're not going to like these. They just didn't like them. My son's like, where the fuck is Luke, Dad? Where the fuck is Luke, Dad? Throws something at me. I'm like, I'm sorry. My daughter, gets... like my kids are just garbage in this. My daughter breaks a bottle. She tries to stab me in the throat. How dare you, Dad? You lied to us. You said this was Star Wars. I'm like, it is. Please don't leave. Kids. No. And that's how that happened. What were we talking about? I blacked out. I genuinely forgot where I was going with any of this. Okay. But then the sequels come along. All these years, AC Slater. And I'm excited again. We got Solo back. He's a deadbeat dad. Fine, fair. Okay. We got the tease of Luke in the distance on a rock, who apparently doesn't want to be found, but he left a map for people to not use it. To not find him. Anyway, we had pieces in place, and then The Last Jedi killed me. It just stabbed me in the heart, which was already blackened and small, but that tore it to pieces. Shredded it. And unlike Mary Poppins Leia, I can't put that back together. I can't force fly back into existence. I'm done for. And so was Star Wars to me. Rise of Skywalker, whatever that's called. I went into that having a great time because I lost all hope. Expectations were gone. I just wanted to be entertained for an hour 45, 2 hours, whatever that stupid movie is, and it entertained me. Absolute schlock. Across the board. I don't ever want to watch these again. So my excitement level going into a new Star Wars movie is at an absolute 0. But I like the characters. I really liked Rey. She's a pretty, smart, well-spoken, dramatic actress. And there is a scene in The Last Jedi. I know people shit on that movie up and down. I do too. But that throne room fight is freaking awesome. People are going to be like, oh, the hand clips. Play back the tape of the original movies. Those fights are pretty much trash across the board. They have the emotion in place. That's what makes them good. But the choreography and everything is pretty pathetic. That scene where Daisy's like, it's awesome. She is freaking great at this. But they gave her terrible writing. They gave her a terrible script. Finn was done way worse than anyone else in Star Wars existence. That guy had so much potential and they turned him into a joke. A carnival show. Oscar Isaac as Poe became cocky and douchey and unlikable. So we had this core team, this trio that was freaking great at first. J.J. Abrams had the pieces in place and they just shat on it. They screwed the pooch. So now, time has healed wounds, sure. I haven't forgotten. I haven't forgiven. But I'm willing to give this a chance. I like Daisy Ridley. I want her to be Rey in a good way. Be Rey in a good way. Let's talk about what this film is. Nothing. Oh, God. Okay. It will feature Daisy Ridley back as Rey as she builds a new Jedi. As mentioned in the blurb above, Daisy Ridley will officially be returning as Rey in a new movie set 15 years after the events of Rise of Skywalker. She'll attempt to rebuild the Jedi Order as a Jedi Master. Okay. From what the internet has told me, this new movie is going to take place 15 years after the events of Rise of Skywalker. Rey, now a Jedi Master, because of course she is, because there's no stakes or no actual build in that character at all, no growth. She's going to be training a new breed. Not a new breed. I mean, a new. No, she will be attempting to train and rebuild the Jedi Order, a new order, one for all of us, I think. And oh wait. So what else do we know about this? A title, other characters coming back. So what else do we know about this? A title, characters returning, the runtime, where it's going to take place. So what else do we know about this? The title, the runtime, other characters coming back, how it fits into a larger scale film. No, we know nothing else. What I told you is what we know, and that's all we know. So this was a good video. Let's move on. Ahsoka gets released, teaser, blah, 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 blah. Mary Elizabeth Winstead, my love, my dream, my one that got away. She's going to be in a new TV series on Disney Plus. That's always fun. Whenever I hear Disney Plus exclusive, I just die a little bit more inside. Called Ahsoka. Reprising her role is Rosario Dawson, who was in many films over the years, Sin City, Clerks 2 or 3, one of them. She's been in a lot of stuff. She's great. She's actually fantastic. And she was in Mandalorian as Ahsoka for a little while, so I guess it's fine. We're going to continue this whole universe of Mandalorian stuff, even though that show's gone to shit. Boba Fett wasn't good at all, and I just have no hope for the future of Star Wars. But yeah, this will be fun. The trailer is great. The trailer was really good. And that's where I'm at with that. What the hell? The Acolyte is Frozen meets Kill Bill? What in the hell? For the 10 people that watched and enjoyed all of Andor, you're getting your second. For the 10 people that watched and enjoyed Andor, you're getting your season 2. It's coming. It's right around the corner. Andor was actually really good. The first 3 episodes that I watched and then never went back to it because I was making coffee and I just kind of forgot. I should eventually continue that series. Acolyte? What is Acolyte? God, I hope I'm recording. Oh, yeah, I'm good. We're at 18 minutes. Star Wars The Acolyte, the upcoming Disney Plus series set during the end of High Republic era. I just don't even know anymore. Star Wars The Acolyte is a new Disney Plus show coming. God, why? I'm told by internet that it's Frozen meets Kill Bill. Let's move on. Oh, God, at least one of these Jedi will be a Wookiee played by Chewbacca actor. Okay. Okay. It's High Republic near the beginning of the prequels. Ugh. Ugh. What the hell? It's High Republic near the beginning. It's High Republic. Not to be confused with Low Republic. It takes place during the prequels. So, yeah, bon appetit if that's your thing. Gonna be more good guys than bad guys. So that's fun, and I think that's about it. There's who's the director? Who's the director on this one? Who's the director? Who are these people? Star Wars accolade. This is blah, 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 blah. Oh my god. Is it AI that's building this? What the fuck? Liselle Headland? No. I don't know who's doing this. I don't know who's doing this show. I seriously tried to find out who's doing this. I don't actually know who's directing this or producing it. I think it might just be done entirely by AI at this point. I wouldn't be surprised. There's going to be a lot of Jedi in it. More good guys than bad guys. These are things I'm hearing. Wookiees are involved somehow. I'm looking at the wrong camera. I was looking at the stream camera. I hope I haven't been doing that long. I don't know who's directing this. I tried to find it. I went to at least 2 different websites, and all I see is I don't know who's directing this or producing it. For all I know, it's done by... I don't know who's directing or producing this. I looked at 2 sources, so I did a whole lot of I don't know who's directing or producing this, and I looked at like 3 sites, so I did my homework. For all I know, it's entirely possible this thing's generated by AI. There's going to be Jedi in it, Wookiee in it, old school battles, new school flavor. That's it. That's the Star Wars stuff. I don't care about almost any of this. I just want to lay that out there. I am excited that Rey's coming back because I want her to get her just desserts. It's a bad thing. I'm actually excited about Rey returning and what they're going to do there 15 years later to try to clean up the shit show that was the sequel franchise. I'd like Finn to return, but I'm pretty sure the actor is like, yeah, screw Disney, screw Star Wars. We'll see. We'll see. For all I know, this thing's going to start out with Rey at Finn's grave, like, don't watch what I'm about to do next. Kisses the top of it, walks away in slow motion. Whole cemetery blows up for some reason. Phil Collins' Air Tonight playing. I can feel it calling in the air tonight. Oh, hold on. And then the title comes up. Fallen Jedi. Wait, that was a game, wasn't it? It was something. It was something. Okay, there are my thoughts on these new Star Wars announcements. I want to hear from you. Are you optimistic? Are you still all in on Star Wars since Disney's taken over? Or are you like me and you've just been battered down over and over with the promise of greatness only to have the ball fumble or get scored by the other team? I don't know who the team even is because Disney owns everything. Mandalorian was so good when it started out, and now it's just so pathetically stupid. And all the Disney Plus MCU stuff has been mid at best or just downright awful. So I just can't get on board with any of this. They have a lot to prove, and I'm not just going to blindly be sold this bag of goods. Because for all I know, I'm going to open this Apple bag and it's just going to be shit inside. Those are my thoughts. Let me know yours in the comments below. Please like the video if you had some fun. Subscribe if you have even more. Okay, again, those are my thoughts. I want to hear from you, though. Leave a comment down below. Let me know your thoughts. Like the video if you had some fun. Subscribe if you had a lot of fun, maybe too much fun. And hopefully, I'll see you next time. Take care. Boop. Okay, long Star Wars video done. Stop that. Oh, shit. Save that. Smack that. Star Wars news. Is anyone actually watching the stream still? I've just been off in my own world for 25 minutes. Okay, it looks like there's still people here. That's cool. Okay, shouldn't Ray... Let's see what we got for comments. Greg's Game Room. Wow, Adam, you flub almost as much as me. Yeah, it's a nightmare. You should see the editing process. It's a project. Subscribe now, baby. I'm Tim's cautiously optimistic for Ahsoka, but Mando has been subpar. I mean, subpar is an understatement, I think. Dude, The Acolyte will be directed by James Mangold. No, that was a different untitled thing, wasn't it? No, The Acolyte is the Disney Plus show. We don't know the title of the James Mangold thing, I don't think. Don't fuck with me. Don't you dare. Can someone fact check Alonzo? Because he's scaring me. He's scaring me that I just put out some bad misinformation. I'm drinking a cherry Coke. People seem to be concerned about this. FYI, this isn't scripted, this show. I used to script my movie feuds. So I'm just off the hip talking. I like white wine and water. It keeps me drunk and hydrated. That's fair. That's a smart tactic. Oh. Okay, next on the short for schedule, we have an Air review. It's going to be spoiler free. It's going to be spoiler free. Okay, we're gonna do the Air review. I got the IMDb up. That's all I need. We'll chat a little bit longer in between since I just went for a while. Yeah, the Jordan movie is out. I saw it last night. I'm gonna review it now. It came out the same week as Mario, so kind of put out to die. I think it's directed by Ben Affleck, too, who hasn't missed. Ben Affleck did, like, Argo and The Town. He did one other one that I really enjoyed as well. He's been knocking it out of the park. Argo, The Town. Oh, wait, he didn't do Gone Girl. No, that was Fincher. Let me go to his directing accolades. Oh, Gone Baby Gone. That's what he did. Yeah, The Town and Argo I really dug. Okay, let's do this review quick, and then we'll chat afterwards for a little while. Gonna hit record. Testing. Hello, hello. Recording on the phone. Okay. How do I want to start? From the director of... Is it The Town? Now I'm forgetting the name. It's The Town in Argo, I believe. Yeah. From the director of The Town in Argo. From the director of The Town in Argo, an actor in... Fuck. From the director of The Town in Argo and actor in Jiggly and sometimes Batman comes Ben Affleck's newest flick about the king himself, Michael Jordan. It's called Air. I saw it, and you should too. I guess the king is LeBron, right? But I think Jordan's the real king. I think that's fine to keep in. I don't really have a dog in this race. I grew up with Jordan, so that's all I go off of. Sonny Vaccaro, Rob Strasser? Strasser? I think that's right. Sonny Vaccaro and Rob Strasser. I won't remember those names. Here's the story not about Michael Jordan and how he got his rise to fame and made his shoes a success. It's not that at all. In fact, Michael Jordan's not even in the film. Now, this is going to be spoiler free. This isn't... Oh, fuck. I'll take that. Air is a really fascinating movie to me because on paper it sounds so lame. It's a 2-hour story about how Nike got successful in the basketball shoe line. But it's even more minimal than that. It's about how Nike spent 48 hours trying to convince Michael Jordan to join their basketball shoe line. But it's even more minimal than that. It's about how one man, Sonny, and his small team convinced the boss to sign Michael Jordan to have a shoe line. This is such a basic concept, but man, does it work well. I dug Air. I really enjoyed this thing. I really enjoyed this movie from top to bottom, from beginning to end, from left to right, and all the different things you can do with words. What's his name? Sonny Vaccaro. Everyman actor Matt Damon plays Sonny Vaccaro. This is the guy we're going to be spending time with. He's the guy in charge of making the Nike basketball organization a profitable one. Right now, Nike's doing very well with the shoe line, with the running, with the walking shoes, but basketball's a joke. They have very little budget, $250,000 is all they allocate for it, and they have no prospects. In the past, they've been going after the same 2 to 3 basketball players to wear their shoes. Well, Sonny knows that if he doesn't knock something crazy out of the park, the whole sector is going under. So he has to do something crazy. He has to do something wild. He has to approach a rookie who hasn't stepped foot on an NBA court and court him to Nike. Michael Jordan doesn't want to go to Nike. He's looking at Adidas. Michael Jordan has no interest in Nike, though. He's looking at Adidas. He's looking at Converse. Nike is not even in his purview. Well, over the course of a film, we're going to see how this team of guys, these marketers, these free agents are going to scout and pull Jordan in. This isn't a spoiler. We see Nike. This isn't a spoiler. We see Nikes on the shelves. We see the Air Jordans. They are massively successful. But this film shows how... But this movie shows just how close Nike was to throwing it all the way and Jordan not being the face of a shoe at all. It's actually really compelling stuff. Now, it's based on a true story. I'm not a historian, okay? I don't really give a shit about that sort of thing. I just want to watch an entertaining movie. So let's talk about the creative stuff. So let's talk about it for a little bit. Visually, it's very nice. Ben Affleck does a great job framing things up. He has a lot of tracking shots, which I appreciate, through this office in the 90s. And I think it's the 90s. It's got to be, right? Where's the 80s? It's got to be, maybe it's the 80s. When did Jordan sign with Nike? 84. Oh, God. Okay. Oh, my gosh. Ben Affleck does a great job framing things up. I love how the camera has some nice tracking shots throughout. We get to see these buildings in the 80s, in their glory. I mean, it's hilarious. The way people are dressed, the makeup. I will say, one actress took me way out of this film whenever she showed up. It's one of the receptionists. I've never seen her before. She was way too done up, like new age done up. The makeup was perfect. The hair follicles were all in place. She looked like in between takes she was going to go do a TikTok or some Instagram story or whatever the kids do these days. That was the only thing that threw me off. Otherwise, everything else visually was fantastic. And music, dear God, this might win a record or two for the most 80s music thrown into a film. Normally that kind of thing is eye-rolling, it's distracting, but here Affleck lays it in so effortlessly, so seamlessly, and it does so well with these shots that he does, these bird's eye camera angles, these lenses that Let's go back. Let's calm down with some of the words. The music plays so well with this almost documentarian style approach Affleck gives, with these top-down shots of parking lots, close-ups of different instruments and objects inside of these rooms. It's so interesting how he did this. Even Michael Jordan himself is never on camera. He's always a background extra in a movie about him. I mean, it's not really about him, yet obviously he's a key figure. It's more about his mother, played by Viola Davis. Of course, fantastic as always, and just what a bulldog she was for her son. How she knew how amazing this dude was gonna be one day, and how she wanted to get the best for him, the absolute best deal any player at that time was given, and how it would shape future negotiations. It's a damn good movie. You know, it reminded me kind of Mad Men. It kind of reminded me of Mad Men, except for that show disappointed me because it wasn't... It reminded me of Mad Men in the sense that it goes all in with the business side of things and the marketing. Mad Men disappointed me because there wasn't that much marketing in there. I was always fascinated by that aspect, and just the meetings they would go through and how they would convince the people coming in as to what's going to happen. This movie is all in on that stuff. There isn't all these like side relationships and stories. No, it is very much focused on the ball. It's all about getting MJ to sign. And the fact that Chris Tucker's in here and he doesn't take me out of the picture because he's actually playing a character. What's the other guy's name that always plays himself? I'm spacing on the name. Jason Bateman. How Jason Bateman's here and he's doing the same thing. Like, all these guys are playing their roles perfectly. Matt Damon and Ben Affleck always effortlessly bounce off each other as well. They're such a good duo. This is one of those movies that it's just hard to find fault with, and I don't want to, because I was in the theater, I enjoyed my time. Now, before I wrap up, there is another aspect to going to the theaters that some people forget, because either they don't go to the movies that much, or they just haven't had the experiences I do, because I go every week. And that's the theater experience itself. There was 9 people in the movie with me. Myself, my buddy DJ Bless. He gave a buffer seat. He likes the buffer seat. I don't do buffer seats. I like to be next to the person that I go to the movies with. Now, I understand Jerry Seinfeld would say, do you sit right next to the person on the couch? Well, no, Jerry, I don't, but I'm not at home. I went out with a person to the movies. I want to be able to lean over once in a while and be like, that was awesome. But he's way down there. We might as well be strangers. Regardless, we're there. There's a couple behind I'm sorry, I was pointing over here to DJ Bless. We'll get back there. He was actually on this side of me, a seat over. Behind him were a couple, a guy and a girl. She was on this side. That's very important for no reason at all. There was another straggler by himself. There was a lady in the way back, Gabby. She came with us. She likes to go in the way back, though. In case the movie's not up to her standards, then she'll go on her phone. You know what? I'm anti-phone in the theaters. I hate it. I hate people that are on them. But if you're going to do it, go in the way back. She's doing it right. As long as there's no one else in her row, as long as that brightness is down to the lowest it can be, and it's not distracting people that paid good money to go to this movie, fine. You do you, boo. You're in the back. Okay. There was 9 total. While this movie's... You can leave if you want, by the way. The review's done. I loved Air. Go see it. It's fantastic. If you want to stick around, please do. And subscribe, because clearly you're, for some reason, into this. These people wouldn't shut the fuck up. They're not just whisper talking. They are full-blown just talking during this movie. And I'm not even saying when there's some action and some picked up scenes, which there's no explosions. There's no... Matt Damon's not rolling on the ground with a gun. Okay? He's not John Wick in anyone here. MJ's not dribbling down the lane, throwing balls off other guys, catching it and slamming it. No. So these people are talking during quiet scenes, louder scenes. It doesn't matter. I'm losing my fucking mind. I just am really trying not to be the guy for once that has to say, shut the hell up. Bless isn't having it. But we're in the South. You piss off the wrong people, they pull a gun on you. So Bless gets up at some point and just walks to the other side of me, and now he's over here. He just couldn't do it anymore, and I kept meerkatting up to them. Looking like, the guy, the douchebag, never even acknowledges me. I'm not even here. It's just these two at home, for all they know. It's possible they thought they were at their house. Probably high on something and just stumbled into the theater. When the movie was done, I didn't even get the luxury of like giving them a snake eye, a stink eye, whatever, a crooked eye. No eyes were given. They just fled. And that's a shame. That really did hinder the experience. It would have been even more magical, more exciting if I could have been fully engrossed, fully ensconced in the film. And it would have been really nice if I could have been fully... It would have been really fantastic if I could have been really engrossed, really ensconced in the movie in front of me instead of kind of half in most of the time because these idiots over here were gabbing it up. And she's on her phone too. She's on her phone doing it. And all I'm thinking is, Adam, keep calm. Don't do it. Don't turn around. Don't turn around. Stay focused on the movie. But there's another part of me, the Nike side of me that says, Adam, just do it. The Shia came out. Make your dreams come true. And I said, you're right, Nike Shia. And then I flipped backwards into slow motion. Landed behind me in the same aisle as them. I turn and now I conjure up a basketball. I dribble a couple times, go between the legs because I'm showing off at this point, and then I fire it. The guy ducks because he's a coward. He sees the ball go by. He can make out every little detail, every rivet in that b-ball. It goes by. The girlfriend, not so quick on her feet, looks and her head's clear gone. All that's left is confetti. Poof! blood and pus and shit rain down from above. Only thing, she's... She's still got the phone in her hand. She's still got the phone with the feed going, and her head is all over the ground. The guy looks up. Oh! Oh! Jessica! And then he's pissed, and he points at me. And I'm like, okay. Okay, who's got next? The ball comes back to me like it's force-enabled. I start dribbling again. My shoes are making that squeaking sound. Boop, 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 boop. And just when he thinks I'm going to throw it at him, woof, I do a fake out, goes to Bless, who's here, catches it, spins it around like a Harlem Globetrotter, goes around the waist, around the head, he's back and forth. He's going so fast, I don't even see it. He's going so fast that it's like not moving at all, you know? It's like a shutter effect. And then he throws it, goes through the guy's stomach. All that you see is the silhouette of the shadow on the ground, and there's a hole there, Quick and the Dead style. He falls over like a fucking mummy. And then just blood all over the ground. like out of breath from this. The ball hits the concrete wall, flies up in the air. I Air Jordan up, grab that sucker in. The ball bounces off the concrete wall, shoots up into the sky like a rocket ship, and so do I. Air Jordan, silhouette shot, grab it, and I'm down for the count. Like these two jackasses. Of course, this was all fantasy. It was based on a true story. The real story, not quite as salacious, not quite as exciting. But we always have our dreams. Fuck. You know, 4 years ago doing these fake fights, I feel like I had more energy. Okay. All right, those are my thoughts on... All right, there's my thoughts on Air and people talking during the movie. Let me know if you have some of your own. Leave a comment down below. Are you excited for this film? Did you know it was even out? You should get out and see it because it's way better than most of the other crap in the theaters. Like this video if you had a good time. Please subscribe if you haven't. I post tons of movie content each and every week. We'd love to have you stick around. And if you are here and you haven't hit that notification bell, why don't you just go ahead and throw that B-ball right up there, ring that thing so that these show up right in your feed. Otherwise you won't know what's happening, and that's just a shame. Okay, I'll see you next time. Stop the audio. File, save, Air review. All right, we got 2 videos done. It's 11:19. YouTube Studio. 1 second. Just bear with me. Tony from Hack the Movies told me there's a way to see super chats because YouTube's so terrible at showing them. Oh, and there was one from... I know this person. I never know how to say the name. Dieter Bastian? Is that right? Dieter Bastian with a €5 super chat. I have no idea what that amounts to in American dollars. But I appreciate it regardless. Thank you for the super chat. So I guess we could do Q&A now because I don't really have any other... Is there any other movie news or topics I need to do a video on, do you think? Otherwise, I got the two. I got the 2 that I can edit and put out. Plus, I got a lot of Patreon videos to catch up on. The James Mangold movie. Not too much info, but it was described as biblical epic. Okay. Not too much should have 2 O's. Just want to say that. What whatever that means, is apparently set 25,000 years in the past, exploring the beginnings of the Force. Okay, so we just haven't figured out what that James Mangold movie is. Wait, is my wife in the chat right now? That's awesome. She's upstairs in the bedroom actually watching the live video. That's the first time she's ever done that ever. Hi, sweetie. Thanks for watching. Feel like we should have some super chats for my wife, just because. Throw a super chat in there. We'll do a Q&A. If anybody has any questions, we can Q&A for about the next 9 minutes. It's almost 11:30. I'm sweaty. I need a shower. And I'm out of material. Braden, Dave Filoni movie project was presented as a wrap-up to The Mandalorian plus Mando adjacent series that apparently starred Mando. Well, the question was about the Mangold thing, but the thing I read was a Disney Plus show, and Mangold is not doing a Disney Plus show. So I think we can just chalk that up as an incorrect statement from the commenter and be done with it. Bubba with a $1.99 super chat, just because the goodness of his heart shines through. Appreciate that, Bubba. Thank you. MS, how do I say this name? I always say it wrong. Is it Miss? How do you say this? Is it Miss GT? MSGT? I need to know the pronunciation. M. Sargent. I'm guessing M. Sargent. I missed your thoughts on The Rock, the live action Moana. Yeah, Lindsay, that's because you don't watch my show. That's all that is. I posted that video like 3 weeks ago. No, I posted it like 2 days ago, but it's there. Oh yeah, I'm caught back up in real time. James Mangold and Accolade are completely different. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. Major Sergeant, thank you. Holy crap, Major Sergeant. M. Seguda. No way. Okay, if we have no more movie questions, I'm willing to shut this thing down because I'm sweating bullets. And I really shouldn't be drinking Coke anymore. Lindsay, every time you comment, I'm just going to ignore it because you don't watch my show and you just look ignorant. I posted the Harry Potter stuff also like 2 days back. Unreal. Unbelievable. Snort the Coke. Frozen in the 80s with a $5 super chat. Not even a question, just straight up $5 super chat. I appreciate that. The pronunciation is perfect, Adam, says Dieter with another $2 Euro chat. I never saw Euro Trip. I heard that was actually a pretty funny movie. I believe Bubba is one that really likes Euro Trip, if I recall. Or is it Out Cold? I think it's Out Cold. I haven't seen that one either. It looked terrible. I'm sorry. It just doesn't look good. Frank C. Graham with a $9.99 with an almost $10 super chat says, I just want to say that you have an amazing family, Adam, and your wife is holding it down like a boss as always. Nothing but love and prayers for your family. Keep up the awesome work. Amazing. Shout out to Lindsay for holding it down like a boss bitch. She really is the Princess Peach of this house, sans the Mario movie. People were upset that Princess Peach was strong and a female. I guess that's something that we get upset about now. Mookie, shout out of a cannon, late to the conversation, says, "What the fuck? Ray is back." Greg says, "I gotta watch Picard season 3. That's so weird. I've been hearing that it's amazing, but I heard that season 2 was an absolute dumpster fire. I think it's really cool how the fans are like able to forgive a show if a season's bad. I just don't think I can do it. If a season's really bad, it really turns me off going forward. I have a hard time getting back into a show like that when it drops the ball so badly. But Picard, it sounds like it's turned the whole ship around, really righted the ship, to use more ship puns. Just watched Out Cold 2 days ago. Not that good. Doesn't hold. Yeah, I can't imagine. I can't imagine it does. No. F Adam until he watches Out Cold. Yeah, I heard Picard season 3 is great. We actually just watched all the Star Trek movies. Oh my god, I don't think I ever put out that video. I have a Star Trek video to edit that I did 2 or 3 weeks back. My family watched all the 2009 newest trilogy with Chris Pine and that whole crew. I liked all those Star Trek movies. I thought those were fantastic. They kept getting worse as they progressed, but they still had a great cast of characters that held my interest for sure. The Mandalorian has gone the way of Heroes. Yeah, I heard... Here's the thing. Heroes I never watched. I heard the finale of season 1 of Heroes was so disappointing that I just didn't even bother. I didn't even bother watching the show because I heard that the lead up to this epic fight was so pathetic. And then after that, everything just seemed to keep going downhill. So I never watched a single episode of Heroes. I watched you do the live stream about Star Trek. Vinny, was that a Twitch stream or was that here? I think that was Twitch, right? Twitch is just going to be where I hang out and do like gaming, but I don't ever game anymore because I don't have time. But that's what we're going to do over there, and maybe more obscure videos like for my second channel. We'll probably go over there as well for the Adam After Dark when I eventually get stuff to that channel. That's where that will. I will film live on Twitch for that. Mando is down, Picard is up. Yeah. Did you ever watch The Wire? No, I love Breaking Bad. Everybody's like, you got to watch The Wire. And then I tried watching, and it was in 4:3 aspect ratio, which already really upset me because it's just hard to go back to that. And also there's, I think, 7 or 9 seasons of The Wire, and there's like 20 some episodes a season that are a full hour long. That is a massive commitment. I just didn't think I could do it. That's just a very large amount of time. Is it actually worth it still? Today. What's your favorite Dreamcast game? That's a good question. I think the game I played the most was either Soul Calibur, the launch game, or Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2. 1 and 2. Those games I played up and down the block, and I know they're not even Dreamcast exclusives. Jet Grind Radio, or Jet Set Radio, whatever it was called, that was really solid. I think that was an exclusive for Dreamcast. It can't... Oh, Shenmue. I loved Shenmue. That was a one-time play, though, but that was a fantastic experience. I would say, though, Soul Calibur was probably my favorite to play with friends. Tony Hawk. If I had to pick one, I'd say Tony Hawk 2. That was my bread and butter back in the day. The Wire was fantastic, says Master Sergeant. I hate that I'm old enough to watch my favorite franchises burn. Yeah, you and me both. Okay, we are after 11:30. I wanted to do an hour and a half stream. I accomplished that mission pretty much. I think I started a couple minutes late, but we're pretty close. So let's wrap up. Let's wrap up in like the next 30 seconds. If there's any final questions, shoot them out. Otherwise, we'll plan on doing another live stream. I'm trying to do 2 a week because I film twice a week. I run out of material usually by Wednesday. So maybe we shoot for either Tuesday night streams and Friday night streams, or Wednesday, Friday. I don't know. I think the first day is going to be in flux, but we will always go with the Friday at 10 Eastern time. That's the goal. So look for another one of these next week, sometime Tuesday or Wednesday, and then we'll go again Friday night. These are fun. I have a good time doing them. I think it's more lively when I film in front of people. It gets me on my toes a little bit more. You get to see all the screw ups, and then I think seeing it to completion on the channel is kind of a nifty experience. All right, that's going to be it for me. Let's see. I've never heard of any of these games. Yeah. I will try to get those Star Trek videos done. I know there was people disappointed that I did not continue the Harry Potter ones. They just didn't do very well. I think I will do a... Let's see how this video is that I showed before the stream started, the Mario video, or the Nintendo video, the top 5. Let's see how that performs on the channel. If that does well, maybe I'll start doing the listicle style with some of the videos and do a Harry Potter... I don't know if I want to say ranked. That seems so trivial. But maybe just all 8 Harry Potter movies, whatever, discussed or something. Who knows? Well, the title's irrelevant, but I will at some point cover all those Harry Potter movies because I do really love them. I have Harry Potter Lego sets all over this room, so it's a little silly that I've barely talked about them on the channel. Thanks, Adam. Good times. NFL Blitz was dope. NFL Blitz. NFL Blitz. That brings me back. NFL 2K was sweet. I loved NFL 2K. The 2K series got so good so fast that Madden was like, yeah, we're just going to go ahead and buy the rights to the NFL so that no other video game company can use the likenesses of football players. What a crappy move that was. Unreal. Okay, I'm done. Thanks, guys. We'll talk to you. You didn't talk about Indy 5, says my wife. Yeah, what's there to say? I talked about Indiana Jones a couple times in the past on the channel. There's really nothing left to talk about. I'll review it when it comes out. I'll probably marathon the other movies with the family before it comes out because I am kind of excited for that. And we'll see how it goes. It is James Mangold, so I do have some confidence. All right, thanks everyone. We'll see you next time.